Hello, ladies. Today's message is on being broken and beautiful. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about a song that Kelly Clarkson sings, and that song is called I'm Broken and I'm Beautiful. Sorry about the fact that you can't see me too well. I don't know how to fix my camera so it'll be brighter. But also, I am looking on my other phone so that I can give you the lyrics to this song that she sings. And there's a good reason for it. So just hold on just a moment. This is what it says. I never held my hand out and asked for something free. I got pride. I could roll out for miles in front of me. I don't need your help. I don't need sympathy. I don't need to lower the bar. I don't need you to lower the bar for me. I know I'm Superwoman. I know I'm strong. I know I've got this cause I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal. I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? 'Cause underneath, I'm broken and I'm beautiful. Then it says a few times, I'm broken and I'm beautiful. It says we're walking on the ocean, turning water into wine. We bury our emotions and pretend that things are just fine. The only way to live now is to know you're gonna fly. Don't listen to the liars and their lies. I know I'm Superwoman. I know I'm strong. I know I've got this because I've had it all along. I'm phenomenal. I'm enough. I don't need you to tell me who to be. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Can someone just know me? Because underneath, I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. Hey, I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm broken and it's beautiful. I'm tired. Oh, can I just be tired? Just be tired without piling all the sad and scared and out of time. I'm wild. Can I just be wild? Just be wild without feeling like I'm falling and losing my mind. Can someone just hold me? Don't fix me. Don't try to change a thing. Oh, someone, just know me. 'Cause underneath, I'm broken and I'm beautiful. And it just kind of says I'm broken and I'm beautiful over and over again. It's a beautiful song. But what I saw in the song was more, well, I'm going to say it like this. The words are very important. And what I saw in the words was this, about us as women. We come into this world being told all of how we have to be. We are molded more times than we can count. We are told more times than we can count how to be, how to think, how to feel, and how to act. I think that when people suffer traumas and when people suffer abuse, something gets lost in translation. And what gets lost in translation is this. You never really knew who you were in the first place. So getting back to who you were is literally impossible because you never were at times. Some people do now. I'm not blaming it. I'm not saying this about everybody. Some people know who they are, but there's some people that don't. Those are the hardest people to get back to where they were because they weren't there in the first place. They were living a dream or an imagination or a thought of someone else. And they put these pieces together, and these pieces seemed to work, and these pieces worked for years until somebody came down and knocked down the house of cards. And because you did not know how the house of cards were built in the first place, and you did not have the understanding of the foundational part of the cards, you couldn't fix it back together. It was like Humpty Dumpty when he fell off that wall. And they said all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put Humpty Dumpty back together again. But I want to tell you something. I want to tell you that you are phenomenal. And you know why you're phenomenal? You survived. And not only did you survive, you have a whole life in front of you and time to put some pieces together again. You have time to put the pieces together again. Now, that time for some people may be an hour. That time for some people may be a day. It might be 5 years. It might be 10 years. You might live on to be 90 or 100 years old. You don't know. But what I'm trying to get you to see is not to think that broken is a curse. Broken is not a curse. Broken is an opportunity. Broken is an opportunity for you to discover what you like. Broken is an opportunity for you to discover what you don't like. Broken is an opportunity for you to get to know yourself. Broken is an opportunity for you to get to doctor on yourself, for you to get to fix the broken in yourself. Because there is only so deep that people can reach with you. And you can reach yourself way deeper. The way you're going to reach yourself first is to be able to understand yourself. If you don't know what you like and you don't know what you want, I think that that's the easiest way for people to get a hold of us, because we don't have a clue what we like or what we want. Everything that they're doing, everything that they want to offer us, everything that they want to say, we take it and we grab it as if it was a part of who we are and as if we could not survive without it. But that's only because you don't know who you are. It's only because you have no idea or clue what you like or what you want or what you want to be. And those things are necessary in life. You have to have something about you that makes you real. Okay? So when you are dealing with the hurt and the pain that comes along, you want to try to differentiate yourself from who you are. You want to say, okay, this is what I've gone through. This is how this hurt me. This is how I feel. I want to scream. I want to run. I want to smack somebody because I'm so hurting so bad. But you want to say too, I was this sweet person. I was this kind person. I had all these wonderful things going for me. Life was just opening up. I began to smell the roses. I began to see I began to know what spring really was. I began to enjoy life. And then all of a sudden, I was in darkness. I want to tell you something about what you do about that darkness. I want to tell you something. The hurt girl in you is you. I know that doesn't sound like a pretty thing. Those black eyes she carried is you. It doesn't sound like a pretty thing. The scars she carries is you. The crusting sound and your crackling sound in your voice is you. Your tears late at night when nobody hears you is you. The hurt you have and carry around inside of you is you. The hopes and dreams you had for life is you. The beauty that you saw and the things that you cared about is you. Your kindness to people, your giving is you. And when you don't want to be so kind and you don't want to be so giving, is you. It's all you. It might be a hurt you. It might be a broken you. It might be a remembered you, but it's you. And until you get to the point where you can see that being you, something is always being snatched from you. Don't apologize for being you. Don't apologize for wanting to cry when everybody else is laughing. You have every right to cry when you want to cry. Don't apologize for wanting to be all by yourself in the corner while everybody else is in the crowd. You have a right to want to be by yourself. Don't apologize when everybody else thinks the world is lovely and beautiful and everything is wonderful and you don't feel like that. Don't apologize for when you just want to say, I am hurting, when everybody else is telling you, oh no, you have to be happy. Because this is life and this is good and everything is about happiness. You have a right to say you're hurting. You have a right to say, I know I'm supposed to forgive. I can't forgive right now, I'll talk to God and ask for his help, and maybe I can forgive tomorrow. You have that right. You have the right to say, I can't understand. I've put it through my head 20 times and I can't understand. You have that right. You have that right to walk out and decide that you want to dance and dance. And the next day, decide you don't want to do nothing but walk slow, mope, and figure out your thing. You have that right. See, Superwoman is not about walking out into the world and having all the control and everything you want and everything you need all together. Remember Superman? Superman had kryptonite. Kryptonite. Anywhere he went and there was kryptonite there, it caused him a problem. All through the years, Superman was trying to figure out how to deal with kryptonite. When kryptonite showed up, he got weak. He was falling to his knees. He had to figure out a way to survive. He had to figure out a way to still do the things that he wanted to do, but he was incapacitated. You have a right to be incapacitated. You have a right to. What you've been through, what you suffered, it's a lot of people that will not agree because, they feel like they had to suffer some things. They're okay. You should be okay too. But a lot of times, every individual is just that, an individual. And people feel things, suffer things, go through things different ways, and it affects them in different ways. What I'm trying to tell you is this. No matter what has happened to you, no matter what you have been through, you have a right to your feelings. You have a right to your emotions. And for those of you who believe in God, God created you with them. If he created you with them, they're there for a reason. Not for you to hide, but for you to utilize. So, if in your emotions you want to be alone, you can be alone. And now, if you be alone and you're thinking about hurting yourself, alone is not the place to be. But if you want to be alone, just because you want to be alone, you can be alone. Now, I know that in this world, alone is not always afforded to us. I've had to find alone sometimes in bathrooms, at malls, or at burger joints or things like that. I had to find alone in those places. I had to find alone sometimes in the corner somewhere. I had to find alone sometimes in the school where I could find a little space where nobody is at and find a couch or something to sit on. I had to find alone sometimes in a shelter. I had to find alone sometimes in the bus. I had to find alone sometimes walking in the street. But I knew it was times I needed to be alone because my thoughts seemed to be so full in my head it was about to explode. And I just had to be alone. You have a right to be alone when you need to be alone. You have a right to smile when you want to smile, and you have a right to frown when you want to frown. Everything, let me tell you something, and this is the truth, and you know it too. Nobody smiles 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't let them require that of you. They don't even do it. Nobody is happy all the time. Don't let them require that of you. Nobody is. Nobody is perfect all the time. So don't let them put that on you for you to be perfect when they know they're not perfect, because people will. Don't allow people to control you. Allow yourself to heal. Now, we're going to talk a minute about healing. When you get sick and you have to go into a hospital, say they keep you in the hospital for 4 days. All through the time you're in the hospital, they're bringing you medication. They're checking on you. They're taking your temp. They're doing all these different things to find out what's going on, how your body is changing, what's happening to make you get better. They're giving you medications. Now, if they do that in the hospital, and you know for your own self that what you are going through and what you are suffering is sick, it's a sickness. It's a sickness because right now you need to be healed. So then allow yourself the opportunity to lean back and rest. Allow yourself an opportunity for you to medicate yourself. And when I say medicate yourself, tell yourself you love yourself. Listen to yourself talk. Hug yourself. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself some space from people. Allow yourself the opportunity to mourn what you lost. That person that you lost was probably a beautiful person, but that person won't be back again. Not because that's impossible for that person to be back, but because you grew. Anything that grows changes. Now you understand things you didn't understand before. Now you know things you didn't know before. And now you have the capacity to do things you couldn't do before. You've changed. You can't go back to that, but you can carry some of that with you, and that's a blessing. Another thing, listen, how you look only matters in the eye of the beholder, where beauty is found. Now let me tell you something. The eye of the beholder of you is you. And those of you that believe in God, let me tell you this. And those of you that don't, because I do, I'm just going to tell you this. He sees beauty. He created you. He sees beauty. You see your own beauty for yourself. You don't let nobody come out tell you who you are and what you are and if you're beautiful or not. You see your own beauty in yourself. Take your eyebrows, pull your hair back, look at your eyebrows. If your eyebrows are thin, look at your thin eyebrows. If they're thick, look at your thick eyebrows. But love your eyebrows. Love your eyelashes. They might not be as long as, people are putting eyelashes on to make them long and more beautiful, but love the eyelashes you have first. And then add an addition to it. But know that in the midst of those additions, it's still your eyebrows. Your eyelashes. Before you put the makeup, love your face. And know that, okay, I'm putting the makeup to make my face look more beautiful and everything, more colorful. But I love my nose and I love my eyes. If I put contact lenses in to change the colors just because I wanted to, but I love my eyes. I love my lips. This is me. Now I'm going to say a little further. Love your personality. Love your personality. Because now you got a different one. You can't go through all of that stuff and not have a different one. I'm sorry. Impossible. So now you might be stronger in some areas where you were weak at. You might not used to tell people, I don't want company right now. But now you find yourself feeling like that. Say it out loud. It sounds better. I don't want company right now. I want to just be by myself. Why? Because that's how you feel. When you hold everything in and compartmentalize everything, it's still going to be in a cage trying to get out. Until you let those cages open and adapt to those personalities, you are going to be in a struggle with yourself. Not with the people outside of you. They're just getting a reaction from your struggle, but the struggle is with yourself. The struggle is with accepting you for who you are. Once you accept you for who you are, everybody else eventually has to. But if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you like, you don't know what you dislike, you don't know what makes you happy, you don't know what makes you sad, then you're not using your superpowers. You're standing beside kryptonite and just adjusting to the fact that you have no power. But you do have power. You have the power to be. Michelle Obama wrote a book, Becoming. You have a power to be, to exist. You have a power to be who you are and to change for the better if you think it's a better to change to. But what I want you to understand is that broken can be beautiful. Broken can have some wonderful things come out of it. Broken can send you back to school. Broken can send you back to college. Broken can send you back to the job you always wanted, or to the job you always wanted. Broken can make new friends. Broken can change your life. And had you never been broken, adapting to everything and everything everybody else wanted you to adapt to could have been your whole life. And you could have wound up an old person sitting in a chair saying, I never did anything I wanted to do. I was never anything I wanted to be. But now you have an opportunity to be the broken you and beautiful at the same time. This is Denise getting ready to say goodbye till next time. I love you, broken and beautiful. It's my pleasure to be able to talk to you and have you hear a little bit from me. God bless you. Be happy. Dance your dance. Sing your song. Be by yourself if you need to. Bye.